Hey guys, welcome back to Creative Java Programming. In today's session, we are going to talk about what is constructor in Java, how we can create constructor, how we can call constructor. Let's see. Rule number first. Constructor should have same name as that of class name. They always created with class name with a parenthesis, opening and closing bracket. Rule number two. Whenever we create an object, constructor is called automatically. There is no need to call a constructor. Rule number third, constructor always permanently void and hence it cannot return any value. Rule number four, because constructor are void, only return keyword is allowed. Rule number five, don't create a constructor by using void or any other data type in constructor signature. If we create object once, constructor is called once. If we create object twice, constructor is called twice. If we create object thrice, constructor is called thrice. Constructor overloading. In constructor overloading, we create more than one constructor in same class provided they have different number of arguments or different types of arguments. Let's see step by step in practicals. Rule number first. Constructor should have same name as that of class name. They always created with class name with a parenthesis, opening and closing brackets. Let's see how we can create constructor. So create a Java project app Java 9 no click app Java 9 go to src, press Ctrl N, type package, create a package, give package name P1, create a class A. So what is rule number first? Rule number first, what is rule number first? Let's do multi comment star slash they always created with constructors should have same name as that of class name. They always created with class name with a parenthesis, opening and closing bracket. Let's create constructor. Class name A, opening and closing parenthesis, constructor. This is constructor. Let's print something. Yes o. Control space bar, enter. Let's print 100. Let's create main method. Type ma, control space bar, enter. Create object of class A. A1 is equal to new A. Object is created. Whenever an object is created, constructor will be called automatically. Rule number 2. Rule number 2. Rule number 2. When we create an object, constructor is called automatically. Object created. Object created. Let's run the program and see the output. 100. There is no need to call a constructor. There is no need to call a constructor. Whenever an object is created, constructor is called automatically. There is no need to call a constructor. And rule number 3. Constructor are always permanently void and hence it can't return any value. Let's see. Create another class V. Class V. Multi-comment asterisk asterisk constructor are always permanently void and hence it cannot return any value. So let's create one constructor V SYSO 100, right? And create main method MA control space bar enter. Create object of class B. B1 is equal to new V right. And because constructor are void, only return keyword is allowed. Rule number 4. Let's do multi comment. Rule number 4. Because constructor are void, only return keyword is allowed, right? So if return working, right, it's giving me output 100. But if we trying to return any value, then it will generate an error. Constructor are permanently void. There is no data type, hence it cannot return any value. If we are trying to return any value like 100, so it's generate an error, right? So constructor are always permanently void and hence it cannot return any value. Because constructor are void, only return keyword is allowed. What is rule number 5? Don't create a constructor by using void or any other data type in constructor signatures. If we are creating with any data type, then it becomes method. Let's create one more class, class C. Don't create a constructor by using void or any other data type in constructor signatures. So if we're trying to create with void, like void C, then what will happen? Let's see. Created SYSO enter 100 a main method create object new C. Let's run the program and see the output. Nothing. Why? Because this is not a constructor. This is not a constructor. It becomes method, not a constructor. It becomes method. And for method we need to call them, then it will work. If we don't call method, then it will not work. So call the method. How we can call the method? Using reference variable. What is reference variable here? C1 is reference variable. So we can call the method using reference variable C, right? Method name. Let's run the program and see the output. Giving me 100, right? And what is the rule number 6? Rule number 6. If we create object once, constructor is called once. If we create object twice, constructor is called twice. If we create object thrice, constructor is called thrice. How? Let's create one more class, type class D multi comment. First we have to copy this one. If we create object once, constructor is called once. If we create object twice, constructor is called twice. If we create object thrice, constructor is called thrice. How? Let's create constructor. Constructor is created always class name. So class name D with opening and closing parenthesis or bracket. SYSO control space bar enter 100, right? Create main method MA control space bar enter create object of class D. D1 is equal to new D. I am creating here object once, so 100 will be print one time. How? Let's see. If we are creating object two times, then constructor is called twice. Constructor is called twice. D2 is equal to new D, right? Let's see the output. 2 times printing 100. If we are creating object 3 times D, D3 is equal to new D, printing 3 times 100. We are creating object 4 times D, D4 is equal to new D. So it will print 100 4 times. Now, what is constructor overloading in Java? Constructor overloading means we can create more than one constructor in same class provided they have different number of arguments or different types of argument. How? Let's see. So let's create one more class E. Let's comment multi comment. Constructor overloading. We create more than one constructor in same class, provided they have different number of arguments or different types of arguments. How? Let's see. Create a constructor, number of arguments here 0, number of arguments is equal to 0, SYSO print 1, right? Let's create one more constructor, number of argument 2, integer x. Here number of arguments 1, number of args equal to 1. Let's print something, give 2, right? One more constructor, integer x comma integer y. Here number of arguments is equal to 2, number of arguments is equal to 2. Let's print something, print x, print y. Let's create main method and create object. MA, create object of class E. E1 is equal to new E. So no arguments, no value. So this constructor will be called. Create one more. Let's run the program and see the output first. Default constructor, no arguments, called, right? Let's create object with values. E2 is equal to new E. But I want to call this constructor, so I will pass arguments x value. Let's give 2. Let's see the output. It's printing 1 and 2, right? E3 is equal to new E. Here number of arguments is equal to 2, so we will give 2 inputs. Let's see the output. 1 2 3 4 printing. So what is constructor overloading? In constructor overloading, we are creating more than one constructor in same class, provided they have different number of arguments or different types of arguments. So this is different number of arguments. So let's create different types of arguments. Different types of arguments, different number of arguments and different types of arguments. Let's see how. Create one more class F. Just do multi command. Constructor overloading. Here we create more than one constructor in same class, provided they have different number of arguments or different types of arguments. So first constructor, number of arguments equal to 0 and type is equal to integer int x. Number of arguments 1, right? Integer type is equal to integer. SYSO one. One more constructor with float type. FLOAT float x. Number of args arguments is equal to 1, but type is equal to float. Let's print something. SYSO x, right? Create one more constructor f type character. Number of arguments 1. Type is equal to character. SYSO x. Let's create main method. F1 is equal to new f. It's giving me error. Why? Class name f, new f. Why it's giving me error? Yes, because constructor is parameterized constructor here. So we need to pass parameter here. So I am giving value 10. So working integer type parameter. Here we have to pass value float type. So create one more class, one more object and pass value. So I am passing value 20 and don't forget to write f. Change f2, right? f3. And this is constructor is character type. So give any character value. And character should be in single quotes, right? Let's run the program and see the output. It's giving me 10, 20, and a. This is character, this is float, this is integer. That's all guys in today's session. Thank you for watching.